LeBron. Oh, my goodness. LeBron does a show called The Shop. A lot of you know this show. It airs on HBO. It has been of mediocre importance and relevance and everything else. Important thing to know is it's taped. And so they go back and they edit it and they decide what they want to air, what's okay to be said. And LeBron James says on the most recent episode that if he was Brittney Griner, he doesn't know, and I'm paraphrasing, he doesn't know if he would come back into the United States because they've let her stay in Russian prison for so long. He wonders if they actually care about her. He said if he was Brittney Griner, if it were him. Look, LeBron is not very intelligent when he talks about anything but basketball. And there's been this desperate attempt to try to make LeBron James into the modern-day Muhammad Ali. But let me just break this down for you, okay? First of all, Brittney Griner broke Russian law. She has since pled guilty to breaking Russian law. I want her to be out of Russia like I want every American citizen who is being punished for breaking Russian law out of Russian prison and back in the United States. But she traveled in Russia by her own acknowledgement with prohibited substances, okay, weed. If you get arrested, use this as a PSA. If you go to a foreign country, as much as you may dislike the American justice system, it is the envy of justice systems around the world. Most of you will not be treated very well if you break the law of a country you are visiting. And so Brittney Griner voted for Joe Biden. There is now a war between Ukraine and Russia, I believe, because Joe Biden is president. I've said for a long time, I don't think Vladimir Putin would have invaded Russia if Donald Trump were still president. But what LeBron is saying makes no sense. America hasn't done really anything wrong that led to Brittney Griner being put in prison in Russia. She chose to go to Russia. Now, I wish that she had gotten out sooner. Again, I don't think there would be a war in Ukraine if Trump were president. I also think if you look at what Donald Trump did for the UCLA basketball players who were arrested for stealing things in China, and if you look at what Trump did when it came to A$AP Rocky and Sweden, the rapper who was arrested there, I think Trump would have gotten personally involved, and if he were still president, I think Brittney Griner would already be back in America. That's my personal opinion. But the idea that Brittney Griner shouldn't come back to America, which is what LeBron said, because of how the country has treated her, where's she going to go? Does LeBron think that she should stay in Russia? Does he think that she should go to some other European country and they would have taken care of her better? It's so dumb what LeBron is arguing. Remember, LeBron carried water for China. He shut up and dribbled for Chairman Z. But this is not only LeBron's stupidity. This is everybody who works on the shop. They all got to watch the outtakes. They all got to edit this entire episode. And they decided that LeBron saying he might not come back to America, if he had gotten arrested in Russia for violating Russian law because America wouldn't have done enough to get him back to America sooner, is pure nonsense and pure balderdash and emblematic of LeBron. When he talks about anything other than basketball, he typically doesn't make much sense at all. And this attempted lionization of LeBron James to turn him into a modern-day Muhammad Ali has been so transparently a failure that every time LeBron opens his mouth to speak on emotional, political, related, charged issues, he just ends up tripping all over himself.